Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Custom. So today we're going to do a kit review on a Wolverine Narin statue. Some of you guys might know this statue. He's pretty much like just Logan. It's not like the Wolverine outfit for X-Men. He's got a cigar, I think, in the one hand. I think there's two heads, and the one hand's leaning to the side with claws. So we're going to kind of break down on how this was shipped to me. I'm doing this for someone, so I'm pretty much getting some items ready before the winter set, so I can at least like kind of prime some items and get some keys and stuff ready, so this way once the cold weather comes in I'm kind of already ahead of the game. So I'm just trying to go through all my stuff, so we're going to kind of do a review and everything. So here's the box that was sent to me. Already looks pretty good for a kit. I think it's fairly big. I think it's a 1/4 scale, but so right off the bat, these are the resin claws that came with him. Now, if you know anything about a lot of the statues and kits, anything usually that's a resin claws that's really flimsy is pretty much going to break and cause issues. So the client who sent this to me actually had Warren from Warren Resin make him a nice set of metal claws. So we'll kind of pop those out for you guys real quick. So Warren does such amazing work on metal claws, so it's going to take the statue to a whole new level. So you can pretty much see the claws here. They're just beautiful. I mean, you just can't beat that. You know, so they're nice metal, they're buff, polished, they're shiny. They're a little long, but that's good because the Warren does that for not only making the claw nice and pretty, it also makes, it gives me the chance to actually measure out how long I want the claws, because some people like the shorter claws, some people like the longer claws. Plus you gotta be able to get them in and out of the hand, so by having the extra length it works out pretty good. So that's one cool thing here about this kit. So that's all said and done. So I guess it comes with a Wolverine nameplate for the base. So far everything looks packed up pretty well. Now I heard a lot of people say that this kit is just absolutely amazing, like the casting and the way it's keyed. So here's one head already, as you can see. Looks pretty good. Key looks pretty good. I'm not really sure how it's going to go into the body. I might have to do some magnets or something. Let's see what part we got here. So this part is, I guess, a head base. So that's the cool thing about this. It comes with a little head base, so you can actually have the extra head sitting next to them, as you can see. And I mean, look already at the bottom of the head base. It's nice and smoothed out. I'm not really seeing any kind of seam line work. It's really nice casting. That's pretty good. So that's a plus right there. Let's see what we got here. So we got one arm, and I guess this is the one that holds the cigar. Pretty cool key on the back and everything. Let's see, I'm not really, I mean, even though it's just shiny, I'm not really feeling a lot of like mold release. I would have to test on this arm right here just with some primer and see. If I see like the primer's bleeding, then I gotta kind of clean it up. There's a little seam work underneath the arm here, but it's nothing serious. It looks like they kind of, on their end, seamed it down a little bit. Maybe you could kind of see a little bit there. Not that bad. Pretty clean. So let's see what we got here. This is just tape. I thought that was a piece. What we got here? I think this is the other head. Alright, this is the other head. Looking at it, I'm not seeing any seam lines or anything. Looks pretty clean. Yeah, so I guess everybody was right. This Narin castings are just beautiful. I mean, you rarely see this with kits and stuff. I mean, it's just, wow. I mean, literally all you really have to do is, like, I guess set it up with magnets for the heads and then prime it and start painting almost, I guess, and doing any seam work. Wow, that's pretty good. I'm impressed so far. People were right. Oh, there's 3 heads for this guy. Alright. Is there 3 heads and only one? I'm not really sure why there's... Well, let me see. This head is casted unless somebody made an extra head. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. Maybe you guys know better than me. Like I said, I don't know every single caster, producer, and kit out there. I just get them when people send them to me. I'm just so busy working, I don't pay attention as much. But this is another head. So he's got 3 heads. If I do remember correctly, I think he only came with 2, but then like the third one was a bonus or somebody made a custom head. I'm not really sure. So here is the left arm of Wolverine. So looking at this one, no real seam work, just a little seam underneath the wrist area, but nothing serious. Beautiful. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful casting. Nice detail. This is going to be a fun kit to paint up. So what we got over here, so I guess he does have a change of arm. Okay, so he does have a change of arm. So his right arm actually changes in and out, so I will have to set it up with a magnet. Or if I'm correct, I think somebody told me that the arm fits in to the point where you don't even need a magnet. So I got to kind of toy with that and find out. But yeah, nice. This seems, I might have to do a little more cleaning. It does seem like a little mold release on it. See what we got here. I guess this is the lower part of the body. So this is the, let's see. Wow. I thought that was a seam, but that's actually the jeans of, nice detail on that. Really nice detail. Beautiful casting. I am impressed. I have to say that this Narin casting is just unreal. I mean, if every kit came like this, people would be able to sell kits way easier because people could just put them together, paint them up, get them out the door, and go on to the next one. So, you know, castings have a lot to do with people buying kits because, you know, if you get a really bad casting, you just don't want to do them anymore. Or people don't want to work on them. So there's even more stuff here at the bottom. Alright, we got some more stuff. So we got the boots. Here's one boot. Really nice casting. Let's see, no seam lines here. Looking pretty good. Wow. So there you go, nice detail on that boot, as you can see. Nice keying. Alright. It's always nice to have a fresh change of stuff. So here we go. This is the base. I guess this is where the Wolverine plate goes. And we got a signature at the bottom, so what I'll have to do is I'll have to try to salvage the bottom and leave it like that for as much as possible. Because usually I do spray the bottom, so maybe what I'll do is I'll throw some silly putty around here. I will spray it down so I can get all the paint underneath this area. And then when I'm done, there'll be a little white spot with the signature, but I'll do that for the client. Because whenever there's nothing at the bottom of a kit, I'll just prime it and go to town on it. But since he signed this one like this, I try to keep the, you know, piece salvaged in that sense. So it looks pretty good. So actually there's no key with the boot, so I got to kind of come up with my own little peg into the base for the person. Because sometimes, you know, like Sideshow stuff or other kits, there's like a key underneath the foot or some kind of spot that goes here. But this is kind of flat, so I got to kind of toy with that. Not a big deal. Alright, so let's see, we got one more boot, I guess, and then we got the upper body. So here's the other boot. Looks really good. Wow. Alright, so let's just grab this, make sure this is the... So, as you can see, goes in pretty well. So there's a little seam here with that leg, but that's nothing. I mean that's easily seen. But as you can see, it keys in really well, perfect. Let's grab this foot over here. Wow, it's really good. Really good. Damn. Really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, so that's that. And then now we got the upper body. So good packing job too for the kit. You know, like I say, sometimes you get your kits that are packed poorly. But so now we got the, which I guess is called the wife beater. So like if I remember correctly, the arm goes in well, actually, as you can see. So, you know, it goes in really well the way he keyed it. So it actually doesn't pop out at all. A little bit loose. I probably will have to throw a magnet in just to keep it in. It's something I'm going to have a little bit of toying with. But as you can see, there's a little gap there. But I mean, the way he designed it where this notch goes into that notch and it goes down pretty well. But what I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to add a magnet in there. Just so this way when you put it in, it really stays tight. So He does have a change of arm there. His other arm will get pinned in. Yeah, that'll get pinned in because this doesn't change. And it would fall out too. You can't, let it go. So that's going to get pinned in. Since I'm throwing in a magnet to that arm here probably, I don't think I can throw a magnet in here with the head because the magnet are so close that it might pop it out. So I think the heads go in really well without having to worry about a magnet. I'll have to kind of toy with it. They look pretty well. Damn, this might need a magnet too because it kind of is going forward. Let's see about this head here. So this looks like a custom head where there is a huge gap going around here, as you can see. So this head I might have to throw some A's around it and push it in and then sand it down and get this flush because I don't like the way that's doing it, unless it's maybe because of this here. I don't know. So still not a lot of work. I mean, if that's all I really have to worry about, that head goes in really well. That goes in perfect, actually. So, all in all, really not that much work on this kit. Let's kind of bring some pieces over here. So, it's really not a complex kit. It's really straightforward. The hardest part is probably putting these legs and stuff together. Let's see, get all this stuff over here. There we go. With this stuff. There we go. Alright, so these are all the parts here. Really nice kit. Let's get in a little bit closer for you guys on this. Yeah, so first impressions, really good. Really nice detailing on this stuff. I guess I'll start putting the legs together. Make sure that the feet go into the base nice and flush. I'll get that all situated. I'll get the upper body and everything into that base. And then what I'll do is I'll work out the heads. And then the arms. I'll have to toy with the magnets. Focuses on the arms first with the magnets. With the heads, if I have to, I can throw A's in there. So this way when the item goes in, it's flush for each head. So it's really easy. Not much work to this kit, really. Just got to test some primer on the arms, see if the primer sticks. If not, I just have to get in there and do a wash. But I'll probably do a wash anyway. That's what I usually do with these kits. And then just get the claws into the arms, and that's it. So, really good kit, good review. If you guys have this kit in your collection, I'm pretty sure it's one of your prizes. If anyone, is looking for one, you might want to hunt these down because I don't know how many were made. I just know that they're a really good kit. I know a lot of people like them. So I'll see what I can do with this once I start getting it done. So it'll probably be a few months after this review before he's up. Like I said, I'm just getting them ready for the winter time. But great kit, great casting, great engineering. That's one of the most important things that I always tell people. If you're going to produce a kit, or if you're going to be making something you want for your collection, but you think you're going to make a couple extra pieces to sell off to kind of offset your cost because it's a grail you want, think about the engineering. Don't just like, oh, we're going to cut the arm here, we're going to cut the arm here, blah, blah, blah. Because when you get people putting these together, you get bad reviews and people don't want to deal with it. Think of the engineering, and this is one of the best engineered kits I've seen in a long, long time. So, there you go. That is my Narin Wolverine kit review. I'll be getting them prepped up before the winter, and hopefully, in the next month or two, we'll see if I get them finished up. So, thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more videos.